Hi everyone, Molly, Purple Door Psychic. I want to apologize for not doing it last week. I actually was very, very ill with COVID of all things, so go figure. Um, so I'm back now, so thank you very much. And I know 2 weeks ago we talked about the Hanged Man, so now we're going to discuss death. So now the death card is not necessarily like, oh, somebody's going to die. It is more about transformation because as we know death is a transformation. It's more about like transition, going along with that it's a transition, ending, changes, um letting go, release. So it's not wholly, oh no, this card pops up and I'm gonna die kind of thing. No, that's not what it is really. So as I mentioned, upright like this, it's a transition. So when you see it in a reading, it means that a transition is coming. It means that, you know, a change is coming, a transformation of yourself, either physically or emotionally and mentally. It also means that it's probably time for you to let go of some stuff or release some stuff. Now, however, when it is reversed, of course, your change, stagnancy, decay, kind of like not letting go, not moving on like you should, resisting a lot of different things. So some very, very negative patterns that might be happening in your drawing or in your spread. So, as I mentioned, it's not supposed to be a scary card, even though people are like, oh no, it's death, it's a scary card. It's really not. Like I said, it's all about transition. It's about change. It's about embracing those changes that need to be changed. It's about realizing that you need to let go of things, that you need to release things, whether it is a bad habit or a bad influence in your life, like a toxic relationship, um, release of a situation that may be toxic, such as a job that may not necessarily be as beneficial to you as you think it should be, or as I mentioned, release of toxic relationships, whether they are with family or friends or loved ones, in any way, just release like that. Now, as I mentioned, so when we see this in the drawing and it's this way, as I mentioned, like if you're changing, so if you see this, there's obviously something up, and you need to that there's something up, and so you need to change some things. So this card is a very big one of telling you, hey, I see that you are repeating negative patterns, that you are not changing like you should, that you are not doing things like you should. So you might want to take a good hard look at yourself and see where you need to change things. Now, usually this will pop up, kind of like in the present when you're doing a 3 card spread, past, present, future. It will usually pop up there because, as I mentioned, it's a big sign of, resisting change, being stagnant in life. Now, it could also be in your past and letting you know, hey, yes, you recognize that things were stagnant, things needed to be changed, that you were doing a lot of negative things. But then the next card hopefully will be something a little bit more positive, like, oh, hey, you learned from your mistakes and now you're moving over. Doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes you need a reminder a couple times. But okay, so once again, these are fantastic cards to get because they have the meanings on the top and bottom. They're really, really great for beginners. These are my son's cards. Actually, but for Yule, he's getting new tarot cards that he can actually draw on, and you fill them in with color. They're great for kids. If you have any kids who are interested in learning about tarot, but as always, this is for fun. This is for entertainment. It's not necessarily something that you need to, oops, almost dropped all the cards. That would not have been good. It's not necessarily something that you need to go ahead and, like I said, bet the bank on. Just up and change your life, unless you receive those readings where it is repeated. Oh, hey, yeah, you need to make some changes. But yeah, so keep it fun, keep it carefree, keep it lighthearted as you're doing these readings, and keep it to the point where you can go ahead and be, have fun with it, but also be mindful about it. As I mentioned before, afterwards, they always go back into their case because they are divination tools. We want to make sure that they're always secure. And yeah, I mean, kids do have fun with them, but I wouldn't recommend under the age of 10 or so learning about tarot cards. I mean, they can learn about the cards, they can learn about the readings and stuff, but they don't really get it until they get just a little bit older. But it's not necessarily something to be played with too much. It is something that, as I mentioned, is a divination tool, but is also, this purpose is for entertainment for people. If you want to learn how to do things that are a little bit more in depth, you can go ahead and contact me at any time. purpledoorspsychic@gmail.com. And also, if you ever want a reading yourself, just let me know. And that was it. Thank you very much for your patience while I was sick, and I will see you next week. Thank you and bye.